A lot of people like to say that younger women naturally prefer older men, and honestly, there's truth to that. Experience, emotional maturity, a sense of stability, the ability to stay calm under pressure, these qualities do make older men stand out. But here's the part no one really talks about. Most older men don't know how to use this advantage. In fact, many of them quietly sabotage themselves without even realizing it. I've seen men in their 40s, 50s, even 60s who have everything going for them, yet somehow keep getting ignored, dismissed, or mentally categorized as not that guy by younger women. Not because of their age, but because of a few habits that instantly kill attraction. And the frustrating part, these habits don't come from bad intentions. They come from insecurity, confusion, or trying too hard to do the right thing. When you make these mistakes, you don't just lose her interest. You lose the chance to show who you actually are, and that's a waste, especially when older men already bring depth, clarity, and emotional presence that younger men often lack. The good news, you don't need to reinvent yourself. You don't need to act younger. You don't need gimmicks. You just need to stop doing a few things that younger women find deeply unattractive. Today, I'm breaking down 7 habits that instantly turn younger women off when older men do them. If you avoid these, you won't just change how women respond to you, you'll change how you see yourself. Let's start with the first one. Habit 1, putting her on a pedestal. This is one of the most common and most damaging mistakes. You meet a younger woman, she's attractive, confident, energetic, and suddenly something shifts inside you. You start thinking, she's out of my league, I can't mess this up, I have to impress her. So you overcorrect. You become overly polite, overly agreeable, overly careful. You avoid saying anything that might challenge her. You stick to safe, boring conversations. You give her special treatment before she's earned it. And here's the irony. All that effort to make her feel comfortable does the exact opposite. It makes you forgettable. Women aren't attracted to men who worship them. They're attracted to men who stand beside them, grounded, equal, and calm. When you idolize her, you subconsciously place her above you. You turn her into a prize instead of a person. And that mindset leaks into everything. Your tone, your body language, your decisions. You start overthinking, second-guessing, trying not to lose her. From her perspective, this doesn't feel flattering. It feels exhausting. And more importantly, it signals something dangerous. You don't see yourself as valuable. The fastest way to break this habit is simple but uncomfortable. Normalize your interactions with younger women. Talk to them without attaching your self-worth to the outcome. Talk to them as people, not opportunities. The more you interact naturally, the more you realize something important. They're human. They're flawed. They're not above you. And once that pedestal disappears, confidence replaces anxiety. Remember this, you are not auditioning for her approval. She's not a rare trophy. She's deciding if you're compatible, just like you are. When you truly internalize that, you stop trying to impress and start becoming attractive. Habit number 2, handling the age question like it's a problem. At some point it happens. You're having a good conversation. The energy is flowing. Then she asks, "So, how old are you?" And suddenly, many men freeze. They hesitate. They get awkward. Their posture changes. Their voice tightens. Some blurt out their age nervously. Others try to joke their way out of it badly. Some even dodge the question altogether. And in that moment, attraction takes a hit. Why? Because when you act insecure about your age, you tell her it's something to worry about. And if you frame it as a problem, she will see it as one, too. The fear around this question usually comes from social conditioning. Older men are constantly told, it's inappropriate, it's risky, it's something to justify. But here's the truth, your age is not the issue, your relationship to it is. When you answer confidently, calmly, without apology, you communicate self-acceptance, and self-acceptance is attractive. There are 2 clean ways to handle this. One is playful confidence, a relaxed smile, a light tone, a response that shows you're not tense about it. The other is direct confidence. You say your age, you pause, you keep the same energy. No explanations, no justifications. Then you move on. That pause matters. It shows that your age doesn't define you. It's simply part of you. And when you treat it like a non-issue, she usually follows your lead. Confidence turns age into an asset. Insecurity turns it into a liability. Habit number 3, leading with money. This one is extremely common and extremely misunderstood. Many older men believe their financial success is their strongest card. They think if she sees what I've built, she'll respect me. If I show her stability, she'll feel secure. So they lead with it. They talk about their job, their income, their lifestyle, their vacations, their car, their generosity. Some even start paying for things too early: gifts, bills, favors. And yes, this can get attention, but it's not the kind of attention you want. When you lead with money, you reduce yourself to a role, not a man, not a presence, a resource. Money is attractive, but only when it's part of a bigger picture. When it's the first thing you present, you attract women who are interested in what you provide, not who you are. And that dynamic never ends well. The solution isn't to hide your success, it's to decenter it. Let it show naturally over time. Let it be discovered, not announced. Shift the focus to your perspective, your values, your emotional intelligence, your ability to lead conversations, and energy. The women worth your time aren't looking for a wallet. They're looking for depth and presence. Money should support your life, not replace your personality. We've already covered 3 habits that quietly destroy attraction, not because older men lack value, but because they don't always express it in the right way. Now let's move on to the remaining ones. These are subtle, often well-intentioned, but when younger women sense them, attraction fades fast. Habit number 4, slipping into mentor mode. This one is tricky because on the surface it looks positive. Older men often think, I have experience, I can guide her, I can help her. So they start giving advice, helping her plan her career, explaining how life works, offering solutions before she even asks. At first, she may appreciate it, but something important disappears along the way. Tension. When you position yourself as a mentor, you remove mystery, you remove polarity, you remove flirtation, you become safe, but not desirable. And here's where many men make the fatal mistake. They hide their attraction behind guidance. They tell themselves they're being respectful. Then, weeks or months later, they finally make a move, and it feels uncomfortable for her. Why? Because you trained her to see you as a teacher, not a man. Respect without attraction leads nowhere. The solution isn't to stop being wise or experienced. It's to stop leading with it. From the beginning, your energy should include light teasing warmth, playful curiosity. You can still be intelligent. You can still be grounded. Just don't hide your masculine presence behind advice. Attraction needs space to breathe. Habit number 5, trying too hard to look young. This one turns women off faster than men realize. Wearing clothes that don't fit your age, using slang that isn't natural to you, chasing trends that clearly aren't you. Younger women don't see this as cool. They see it as insecurity. Trying to look younger communicates one thing: you're uncomfortable with who you are, and that's the opposite of attractive. The irony: younger women are drawn to older men because of their maturity, your calm, your restraint, your sense of self. When you try to compete with younger men on their terms, you lose your edge. The real move is simple: dress clean, fitted, timeless, stay healthy and energetic. Speak naturally, not performatively. Confidence comes from alignment, not imitation. The man who embraces his age effortlessly is far more attractive than the man trying to escape it. Habit number 6, turning conversations into a resume. Older men often feel pressure to prove their value, so they talk about their career, their achievements, their past successes. They think, if she sees what I've accomplished, she'll respect me. But here's what actually happens. The conversation becomes one-sided. She feels talked at, not connected with. Attraction isn't built through credentials, it's built through presence. Younger women aren't looking for a resume. They're looking for curiosity, emotional awareness, someone who actually listens. A confident man doesn't need to announce his value. It shows in how he speaks, pauses, and pays attention. Let your achievements come up naturally or not at all. Focus on the moment, not the impression. Habit number 7, neglecting your physical presence. This is the quiet killer. Some older men rely entirely on experience and personality. They stop paying attention to grooming, posture, fitness, how they move through space. And while looks aren't everything, presence matters. You don't need to look young, but you do need to look alive. A man who takes care of himself signals self-respect, discipline, stability, and those traits are attractive at any age. This doesn't mean extremes. It means clean grooming, well-fitted clothes, basic physical maintenance. Your body is part of your communication. When it aligns with your confidence, attraction follows naturally. Let's recap. Younger women lose attraction when older men put them on a pedestal. Treat age like a liability. Lead with money. Hide behind mentor energy. Try too hard to look young. Over-explain achievements. Neglect their physical presence. Notice the pattern. Every mistake comes from not fully owning who you are. Younger women aren't looking for perfection. They're looking for confidence, self-awareness, emotional steadiness. When you stop proving, chasing, and compensating, your natural advantage finally shows. Older men don't lose attraction with age, they lose it. When they abandon themselves, when you stand grounded in who you are, calm, experienced, present, you become magnetic without trying. And that's what younger women respond to. Not effort, not performance, presence. Thanks for watching.